Hey there, everybody, welcome back to Vinyl Talk with Tavis, and I'm Tavis. I'm so happy today because I got out of the house to find out that one of my favorite thrift stores was open. And I walked right on in and I got me some good records. Some very surprising things. This is going to be very diverse. I was not expecting to see all this great stuff. And also, I have some things from Amazon and Discogs that I bought too. But before I get into all of that, I've got to see this. That just takes my breath away. I love a nice needle drop. And I want to thank Shad from Vinyl New Wave. His name is Shad. I need you to go to his channel and subscribe because he's the one that really showed me how to fix my messed up Q lever. It was making the tone arm drop so freaking fast that but now it's fixed. And so Shad, thank you so much for showing us how to do it. And I just wanted to share my excitement about it and show how I did it too. So let's get into this thing. Let's start at the beginning, as they say. I got a brand new copy of Barry White, The Man. Look how beautiful that. You know, this is the story. Let me move this microphone out of the way. There's a story behind this. When I was a little boy and I would go to my different relatives' homes and they had this album, it was always jacked up. It was tattered and torn. It just didn't. And I said, God, and I have another copy of this that's tattered and torn on the sides, but the record sounds awesome. But I said, I've got to find this mint. I want to see how it looks beautiful, brand new. Look how beautiful that blue is. And I always thought that was like stuck to it. This part that says The Man is embossed. This is 1978, 1979, those 2 years. I mean, Barry White was killing it. The song Look at Her, Your Sweetness is My Weakness. I mean, Sha-la-la means I love you. September, when I first met you. It's only love doing its thing, just the way you are. The song written by Billy Joel and the early years. This record is so soulful. It makes the turntable melt. And look, it comes with this. Barry White says, your sweetness is my weakness. Barry White. It has the lyrics on the back. I got this from Amazon. It was like really cheap. And y'all, your sweetness is my weakness, to me, is one of the most beautiful, outstanding R&B introductions ever. Down, 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 down. That is just a killer introduction. Oh my God! So I've got to really keep this as mint and fresh as possible. So yes, I am incredibly glad to have this mint copy of Barry White, The Man. I mean, it was just an awesome release back in the 70s. Disco to the nth degree, soulful out the wazoo. I mean, oh man, Barry White. I mean, I need to get every Barry White album. That's my goal. I'm going to work on that. Okay, then I went to Walmart and what does that say? Exclusive colored vinyl. I said, yes, sirree. Had to get the purple Footloose. Had to, no doubt about it. And to be quite honest with you, this sounds much better. This pressing sounds better than the original pressing that I have. Or maybe it's the reissue of what I have. Because the song by Bonnie Tyler, I Need a Hero, Holding Out for a Hero, the drums at the bridge, they're just completely too loud. Just too loud. And it's like, it's going to break my speakers. They mixed it wrong or something. This pressing, the drums come down a little bit, but I'm really proud. It sounds really good. I just love Footloose. I love the 80s, I love the 70s, and so just had to get this. Although I have one copy. I think I gave one to another YouTuber. Okay? So I'm proud of that. So proud. It looks so pretty turning on the turntable. Okay, here's a novelty. Okay, when I was a boy, I would love to run upstairs. We had a two-story home when I was between the ages of birth and 5 years old. And I'd go upstairs to the attic and turn on the little TV. And what would come on TV that I loved? The Little Rascals. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, vinyl community, dearest friends, I had to get this on eBay. I had been wanting to get this for probably maybe a year. I kept seeing it. It was on my watch list on eBay, and I finally dug in my wallet and bought it. It was a good price. This is a 1974 little compilation album of songs from the Little Rascals. There's a great episode in which they do a talent show, and that whole episode is on here, and a few other things. I really do enjoy watching the Little Rascals. I have a couple of DVDs of them. It just brings back memories. It's very nostalgic. Alfalfa, Darla, Spanky, Stymie, Porky. I mean, just so nostalgic. I'm going to definitely take this to my classroom. I will be letting my students listen to it. Okay, are you all familiar with a beautiful lady by the name of Melanie? I think her whole name is Melanie Safka or Safka. But this was at the thrift store yesterday that I went in and bought about 5 or 6 records. And what really caught my eye was the Edwin Hawkins singers on the title, because they are a fantastic gospel group. Edwin Hawkins is known for writing the song, "Oh, Happy Day When Jesus Was." He kind of rearranged that and made it into a very, very popular hit in the late 60s, early 70s. And so Melanie, I wasn't familiar with her. She's a singer-songwriter, plays the guitar, very soft-spoken. But I think she sang at Woodstock. And she was inspired to write a song called "Lay Down." And she was really wanting a gospel choir to sing along with her. So she got the Edwin Hawkins singers to sing it with her. They formed a relationship, and so then they did another record together, which is just, this album is like a compilation of her solo stuff and then the Edwin Hawkins singers singing separate songs. But I just love this record. I listened to it last night. It's really, really breathtaking. Melanie is a wonderful singer, and I think she's still singing today. And I saw some interviews with her on YouTube. She's very shy, and she didn't really like doing public appearances with speaking. But when she got on that guitar, man, she just blew everyone away. Very good record. I think this came out in 72 two. I'm not really sure. It doesn't have the year on here, but it's on Buddha Records. I need to show you the record itself. I mean, the label's all jacked up, but the vinyl itself is really cool. So I was very glad to get this. Well, actually, I didn't know what I was getting. I knew I was getting the Edwin Hawkins singers, but Melanie was a very surprising addition. I'm very glad to get to know this artist. I didn't know about her. And of course, we know of Sergio Mendes. This came as it's a double LP set. Sergio Mendes and Brazil 66. This is called Four-Sider. Are any of you all familiar with this album? It's a comp album. It's a 2 LP set. And it's just his Brazil influence and what he does musically with bossa nova and Brazil music is really awesome. And this is in very good condition. The first opening track is Mascanada. Oh, ay, oh, opa, opa, opa. I love that. I've always wanted to do that in my jazz sets, but I haven't had the opportunity, but I'm going to make it happen. I will. This album has the one-note samba written by Joe Beam, the Spanish Flea, Sitting on the Dock of the Bay. They do that version. With a little help from my friends from Lennon and McCartney. I mean, this is really cool. It's kind of, to me, it's elevator music, but I listened to it this morning and loved every moment. Okay, so if you like Sergio Mendes, this is something you really need to get if you can find it. And I got it for how much? What do you see there? 99 cents. 99 cents, baby. Okay. I am familiar with the Animals. Never really got into the Animals, but I saw this album at the thrift store for 99 cents. Thank you very much. And it's in a pretty good condition, and it's called Animal Tracks. Are you all familiar with this? I mean, it has the cool song called The Story of Bo Diddley. That's really cool. And they do Sam Cooke's song, Bring It On Home. If you ever change your mind by leaving me behind, oh, bring it to me. Bring your sweet loving. Bring it on home to me. Yeah, 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 yeah. Woo! But they do it in the Animals way. But it's still, it's a really good take. I'm proud that I got this. I like the song Don't Let Me Be Misunderstood. I like the Animals. I think it's a cool group. Look at the back. This is really cool. I'm glad I got this. I'll just learn so much when I go to thrift stores and just open my mind up to find new artists that I'm familiar with, but I just never took the time to really investigate and explore their music. So I just love finding new things. I got this. This is called the Toyota Jazz Parade Dixie. So this is just a compilation of Dixie music. It has the likes of the Dukes of Dixieland, Jose Feliciano. He does some stuff on here. Louis Armstrong, King Oliver, The Generation Gap, Guess Who, Jefferson Airplane. So this is really, really cool. Let me show you the album itself. Not in the best of condition. Jose Feliciano sings High Heel Sneakers. Jefferson Airplane sings Somebody to Love. So it's not just Dixie, you all. It's one side is Dixie. I stand corrected. One side is Dixie music, and the other side is rock. Okay, so that's a cool little compilation here. It's just one record, but I like that. I like that cover art. It's really cool. Okay, yeah. This is something that I'd copy and take off the title and just hang it in my room, my classroom, make it a colored copy. Yeah, that's really cool. Now, are you familiar with Manhattan Transfer? You know, it's a quartet. They sing a four-part harmony, and they do jazz. They've dabbled in R&B. They've done Dixie music. They run the gamut of all types of musical genres, but singing it in a quartet style. Well, this group is called New York Voices. And I got familiar with them when I was in college singing jazz music with another or with other members. And we would learn music from the New York Voices. We would have their arrangements sent to our schools and we would sing it like they would. We have a jazz band and we make it sound as good, not as good, but we tried to sound just as good as these wonderful people. I think now they're just a quintet. And this album came out in 1989. I think it was their first album. And I tell you, I fell in love with it when we were learning how to sing the songs. Well, when I was in college, the harmonies were so tight and beautiful. And so yeah, it's just great vocal jazz music with a quintet style, you know, with scatting and very nice arrangements, wonderful instrumentation. You know, it has that 80s, early 90s instrumentation. I must say honestly, I was heartbroken because I've always had the CD in the past. And on the CD, I guess you could put more music on there. So there's about 2 or 3 cuts that are not on this album. And one of those cuts was called Now or Never. And that was the reason why I bought the album. I wanted to hear Now or Never on the turntable, but it's not on here. It just has 8 songs instead of like 10 or 11, the way the CD does. But if you're interested in vocal jazz, I definitely recommend the New York Voices. I mean, they've had records following this album as well, and they're just as good, if not better. So I'm glad to have this in my collection. Now let's go back to some novelty. I love finding records like this. Disney's children's favorites. I mean, this is just, you can't go wrong. I mean, This Old Man, I've Been Working on the Railroad, Three Blind Mice, Oh Susanna, the list goes on and on. This is something that I will surely use in my classroom with my young kindergarten, first and second graders. I mean, even third grade, we'll do it. They'll walk in and hear that music playing and they'll get in a happy mood. And yeah, that's just, I just love, this is, when I was a boy, my mom and I would go shopping to thrift stores and I would find these 25, 50-cent records, you know, like I'm doing now, still doing it. And my mom would give me a quarter or whatever and I'd bring these home and man, it was so fun to listen to. And I'm still doing it today. Oh my God. Now we have 100 musical memories. Now this is just a collection of music and pieces by fantastic, well-known composers such as Tchaikovsky and Debussy and Liszt and Prokofiev and Brahms and and it's just in beautiful condition. It has like 500 songs on one side. You know, they really squeezed as many pieces as they could on each side, and it sounds marvelous. So I had to get that. You know, that's just a treasure. And I listened to it right before I went to bed last night, and it was a glorious listen. 100 musical memories, 25 world famous melodies. Okay, I'm so glad I found that. Okay, now I have two more to go. I'm almost done. Um, do you know this? Bum ba-dum, bum ba-dum, bum ba-dum, bum ba-dum. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Do you know that song? If you said Up, Up, and Away by the Fifth Dimension, you'd be correct. Yes, I found this at the thrift store. Classic hit, and I love the song called Go Where You Wanna Go, Do What You Wanna Do, Whom with ever you wanna do it to. Listen to that. Go where you wanna go, do what you wanna do, with whomever you wanna do it to. Now that's a lyric. If that's not a I'm here, I'm free, that's a good lyric. But anyway, the surprise is that not only was that in this sleeve, this record was in the sleeve, but also another record from the same group, the Fifth Dimension. This is the Age of Aquarius. So someone just put that in here as well. And it was a double LP, and this doesn't even belong in here. This has Let the Sun Shine, Let the Sun Shine in, the sun shining. That was in here. So I'm glad. And I have that album, but I don't mind having two. So I'll just keep it right on here. Keep it right in here, and I'll be happy. I'm very happy. Yes, I am. 99 cents. They're in good condition. I love Fifth Dimension. Man. Sweet days. When was this record made? When was that? Let's ask Alexa. Alexa, when was Up, Up and Away released?
Up and Away was released in May 1967.
Very good. So I love the 60s too, I guess. Kind of a psychedelic look, right? Yeah. I just love that. I love that. Okay, then I found what's that? The Village People, YMCA. But this album is called Cruising. And it has YMCA on here. It has Hot Cop, I'm a Cruiser, My Roommate, Ups and Downs. I was surprised of the lyric content of this record. Well, I shouldn't be surprised. But Ups and Downs is talking about how they're taking uppers and downers to make it throughout the day because they want to club at night and they have to work in the daytime, and they're trying to balance their whole drug. If I'm not mistaken, that's what they're talking about. I just listened to it once. That was my first time listening to the whole album. But this is cool. I enjoyed listening to it. I've never owned a Village People record. So for 99 cents, and it's in good shape, good condition, Casablanca Records, that very famous label right there. It's in awesome condition. Well, it has that little scuff there, but that did not affect the playing at all. So, yeah, I'm proud of that. Everybody, those are my acquisitions as of now. And it's been a pleasure talking to you. As always, as I say it, with music, be inspired and stay inspired.